Alright, so I was just sharpening this chain. I figured I should make a video on it. How I sharpen my chains. The file that I like to use is, I always like to use a guide like this because it has the depth as well as the angle. And I actually use two files. This one and this one, because this other one will get the top of it. Just like that. But the bottom down in here stays untouched from it. So that's where this one comes into play. It's a lot bigger of a file and it doesn't have the depth in it, so I can go as deep as I want. Yeah, I just wanted to go over a couple different angles. Like that's a pretty aggressive tooth right there. You can't really see it too much because my camera doesn't want to focus, I don't think. But that's a pretty aggressive tooth. Just take my word on it. It's sharp and it's got a really deep angle in there. This is kind of what I'm going for, not quite as aggressive. You can't really see it because my crappy phone camera doesn't like to focus on this stuff. But this saw can handle this. This is a 28-inch bar, so this saw can handle basically any sort of tooth that I put on. If I put a super aggressive one on, if I build a super aggressive tooth on this, then I know it'll handle it. If you have a saw that you're not sure if it's gonna handle it or not, then well, you don't want to go as aggressive. You want to be a little bit more precautious, and maybe just go to where you feel that it's sharp enough to get the job done, and then go from there. So I'm going kind of aggressive on these. This is a super aggressive tooth. I'm not trying to get all of them like this. I'm not gonna run this bar on the saw because this saw needs some work. I'll put it on a smaller saw, but that other saw will still handle it fine. Yeah, and all I'm really doing is get this head there. Yeah, all I'm really doing is taking a new tooth right here, or not a new tooth, but an untouched tooth right here, and I'll go for some strokes. And I'll just check it a little bit, and I want it to be about a cat's claw sharpness. Sometimes if I want it to be super sharp, I'll go kind of towards the needle sharpness, but that's kind of hard and takes some more time. So basically cat's claw is what you really kind of want. That's getting about right there. So now I got that top part done, and that's nice and sharp. Now I want to get it to where it's nice and smooth and even all the way through, because right now there's a little ridge in there where I had filed it, but the bottom is untouched. So just take this file and go deeper with it. Really round out that shape and make it into a more aggressive tooth than it was from the factory with this chain. Yeah, it's about good. Could use a little bit more work, but that's a file tooth right there. It's pretty good. Maybe a couple more strokes for this one. Yeah, that's about good. So, yeah, and I always use a raker gauge for the raker. You don't ever want to file them too low because it's pretty dangerous and your saw won't cut too good. Yeah, just figured I should make a video on this while I'm doing this. Maybe to help somebody out. It's pretty. I mean, it's not. At first, if you're doing this the first couple times, it's not. It takes a while to get it to where you can get it where you want it, and you can build it to where you want to the point where it'll cut the way you want it to cut. So it takes time. It's not the easiest thing to do, but once you get used to it and once you learn it, it gets a lot easier. So yeah, hope this helps. And yeah, by the way, I'm doing a 30-degree mark on these. I like that the best. These are the square tooth steel chain, and I like the steel chains because you can got a really good edge on them from the factory, and I just like the way they're shaped and the way you can work them. Yeah. All right. Hope this helps. Leave some feedback if you want.